Redneck Garage. Well, I am back from New York City, and man, let me tell you, that was an experience. I'm spending the last couple days just trying to decompress from all that. It was super fun, and it was super expensive. We stayed in Manhattan, and I found out that that is the most expensive place just about to stay in New York, but it was most central to everything. We saw Central Park, we saw Times Square, we saw Fox News, yay! We saw all kinds of stuff, man. We went to a Luke Bryan concert for Good Morning America in the morning. It was like we had to get up at 5:30 in the morning. That was fun. So I thought I'd just show you some of our travels as far as like what it was like in New York City. I will say I did one experiment which I thought was really kind of funny, is that in the morning we would go out and we'd start walking somewhere or going somewhere that we were going to, and I decided that I would say good morning to everybody that I passed. You know, good morning, how you doing, that kind of thing, just like we do here in the South. And I probably had a .001 response rate, and most people looked at me like I was trying to kill them or rape them, so I had a kick out of that. But we had a great time, so let's get to the video of some of the stuff that we did while we were in New York City. Okay, it's our beginning of our trip, and it is, what time is it? 5 o'clock in the morning, which doesn't sound like a vacation if you have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But we're going over to pick up Kristen and Devin and our Uber driver, Christian. Can you see him? There he is. We're going to the airport. We made it on the plane. I'm in the window. Looks like rain. What do you think? We're almost in New York. You didn't think my joke about this being the Ramada Inn was funny?
I thought it was hysterical.
I thought it was hysterical too. Now, they didn't find it as amusing because they're not from Nashville and they don't understand our country humor. So that's the view out of our hotel room. There's Devin. He's our chaperone. It's real pretty. You got a TV and everything. Look, these are probably about $50.
As far as the hotel room goes, this is about what you get in.
This is in our mini bar. You can hear it echo. That's $50 worth of liquor right there.
And completely different than Greenwich Village, so it's kind of like you can see so many different things.
We're getting a rundown.
We're doing East Village, so we're really going to bypass the whole
thought this out too
side of
much.
the island. On camera here, this is cool.
Yeah.
So I could pull up.
Jennifer is enthralled. The thing I want to look at is the beer. The beer is $6.50 a piece, but it's in my room, so I'm going to try one.
Which is almost worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this your room?
It's a Southampton Double White.
I'm just putting my...
I'm trying to open my damn beer.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Please don't. But wouldn't you say, I mean, like, if we're going down to the...
We could work our way.
Yeah, we could work our way down.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here, yeah.
So Greenwich Village. We want to go like.
I figured it out. There's no opener, though. This sucks.
People don't care, that's right, because Alex was talking about when Bella went into the Grand Central Station, she goes, let me show you what she did. She goes,
I found out in New York they got to lock their garbage up because people will steal it. We're here for like 3 days. What's the best deal?
We only have a 7-day card.
That's the one to get. And it's
If you're not taking
unlimited.
another ride, you pay per ride. How many rides do you do? How many people?
4. I'm glad no one knows we're tourists.
yeah, so that they can hire...
Hey, sweetheart, you can come over and sit with me now.
That little picture of me taking a video of Devin, he was taking a picture of me, and I was talking to that gal, and she didn't like me very much. I said, hey, you from around here? And she had a very disdain attitude towards me and would not speak. So that was my first really rude person.
one thing about this is people from New York, they're not that friendly. When you wave at them, they think you're like some freak or something. Did you notice that? I did. What the hell? And the girl at the subway, she didn't understand what I was saying. But we're headed out to the Twin Towers site because that's the furthest place, and we're getting on the smelly subway. Awesome!
This is where we were walking to Wall Street, and that's the bull there in front of Wall Street. Jennifer got her picture taken. It was exciting. What kind of residue you think's on this phone booth? That's that's so nasty. Out in the harbor was the Statue of Liberty, and it was pretty far out there. We didn't take the tour because we had a lot more to see. When we were down on this end of town, we went and saw where the Twin Towers were and the memorial plaques around the side, and it just kind of took your breath away how big the buildings were when they were destroyed by scumbag terrorists. One of the coolest things we saw was St. Paul's Church, which was really the place where all the first responders went right after 9/11 happened, and there was nowhere for them to go, so one of the pews back there was all scarred up, and they had a picture of a firefighter sleeping on it, and it's kind of like a little museum. George Washington, his booth was there. He took his inauguration there, and it was really kind of a mini museum, and it was pretty cool to see. They even had a firefighter's uniform who was there with the first responders cleaning up the debris. When we got closer down to Little Italy, we tried some pizza, and man, that was some of the best pizza we had while we were in New York. It was awesome. One of the funniest things was Jennifer bought these knockoff purses, and she talked to this little Chinese lady who walked us round and round down a couple blocks, and then they said, wait here. So Devin and I went into this, I guess, Chinese grocery store, and we couldn't tell what any of the stuff was because it was all in Chinese, but they had like chicken feet and live eels, and it was a trip, man. We didn't buy anything because we were afraid that we'd get poisoned or something. We came down here in Central Park. If you look real close, you can see the body floating right in the middle. We're waiting for CSI to get here. After we went through Chinatown, we walked through Little Italy, and that was really cool to see all the architecture and artwork. That was neat. Later, we went to one of the best Chinese restaurants we've ever been to. Man, I'm telling you, that food was unbelievably good. After we ate dinner, we walked over to Serendipity 3, which is in a movie with John Cusack, and we sat next to the star table and had some kind of hot fudge thing that I was successfully able to get all over myself somehow, like a retard. And then we walked next door to Dylan's Candy Bar, which was a super cool candy store. It was a 3-story building, had escalators going up, and had every kind of confectioner's thing you could ever think of, man. That place was unbelievably awesome. Across the street from the candy stores was Bloomingdale's, and that pretty much ended our first night. We were just worn out. We checked how far we had walked the first day, and it was like 13 miles. Holy crap. And it was like drinking water from a fire hose, let me tell you, of taking everything in that we saw, and it was super, super cool. So we headed back to the hotel, and the next video will be day 2.